It really wasn't that difficult coming in that window.
But Smith made an even more important discovery. It came when he was investigating the cause of unexplained marks on JonBenet's back and face.
We were pretty sure that these injuries weren't on JonBenet beforehand because pictures were taken of her earlier that day. So these injuries occurred right at or about the time of death. So we had to find out what these marks were.
A possible explanation came when, by chance, he put these two photographs together.
Suddenly, it became apparent that the marks themselves, both on the back and on the face, were the same distance apart. Suddenly a little light went on, and it was just like, wait a minute, it was a stun gun.
Smith looked at other murders where a stun gun was known to have been used and found. Gerald Boggs, whose body had been exhumed to check on a known stun gun injury. The marks were almost identical to those on JonBenet. The larger marks are caused by one of the terminals not quite making contact with the skin. As a result, the electric arc fluctuates over a wider area. Lou Smith identified the stun gun he thought had been used, and with pathologist Mike Doberson, tested it on anesthetized pigs. It exactly replicated the injuries on JonBenet.
My experiments and all the work that's been done, I feel that I can testify to a reasonable degree of medical certainty that these are stun gun injuries.
It effectively ruled out the parents. They would never have needed one to take their daughter from her bed or to cover up an accidental killing. The response of the Boulder police team, though, was disbelief. Lead detective Steve Thomas said the idea of a stun gun having been used was preposterous, and that the possibility of an intruder non-existent. We now know the Boulder police reaction to Smith's findings intensified concern in the district attorney's office about what was happening.
The police department still felt that they would pursue the Ramseys. They did pursue other evidence, but their main focus, the umbrella of suspicion, their term, was on the Ramseys.
Our investigation has revealed just how focused the police were on the Ramseys. Shortly after the murder, they requested a DNA test on a spot of blood found in JonBenet's panties. The request, never seen before, describes the murder as a family killing, and the suspects, the parents. But the test revealed that mixed with JonBenet's blood was the DNA of an unknown male. It was consistent with the DNA found under her fingernails. The report to the Boulder police, seen here for the first time, made it clear it did not come from John Ramsey or anyone else in the family. It was the first hint, within just days of the murder, that there may have been an intruder in the Ramsey house that night. But the Boulder police ignored it. They did not pass it on to the district attorney's office for months.
It's really hard to put into words. It's unbelievable to withhold that relevant information and then to look at what the Ramsey family was put through for years, and they had that information within 2 weeks. I can't fathom what in the world could have been their thought process or their justification.
By the time the district attorneys got the DNA results, almost 7 months after the murder, in Boulder, even more stunning events were unfolding. Next, the showdown between prosecutors and police. And later, John's new wife, Jan, responds, as her husband continues to be accused.
I couldn't fathom people could actually still believe this.